On February 22, 1994, a grand ceremony was held in Chicago, Illinois, USA, to honor Supreme Master CHINGHAI with the World Spiritual Leadership Award. In addition, she also received a medal from Mr. Hong Gang-chun, Chief Secretary of the World Cultural Communication Association, for her generous aid rendered to those affected by the devastating Mount Pinatubo volcanic eruption in the Philippines. February 22nd was also declared as the Supreme Master CHINGHAI Day by the distinguished governors of Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, and Wisconsin for her charitable relief efforts to aid victims of a major U.S. Midwest flood the previous year. Then U.S. President His Excellency Bill Clinton conveyed his thoughts in a message that read, "Supreme Master CHINGHAI is a living example of world peace and love for all, especially her help for the refugees and the many suffering people in the USA." On the occasion of the upcoming 25th anniversary of Supreme Master CHINGHAI Day, celebrated on February 22nd annually, we would like to respectfully commemorate how Master has put her plan to uplift our world and the universe into action with this 5-part series. Since ancient times, many renowned prophets have foretold the emergence of a golden age and paradise on earth. For example, it has been prophesied that an enlightened savior will appear in Asia, on an island in the South China Sea of the Pacific Ocean, leading a religion named after sea, and in her name lead the world into the era of light and peace. Master Biensa Duono made his prophecy about the golden age. It will emerge from the Pacific so that the Most High can finally establish his place on this planet. The Golden Age theme also occurs in a Korean prophecy book titled GIŏII, written by Nam Sa-go about 500 years ago. This well-known volume predicts that a savior, who is the king of heaven himself, will appear on an island in the South China Sea, Pacific Ocean. The coming of the Golden Age is also predicted by Nostradamus, a French physician and gifted clairvoyant. Many people believe that some of his prophecies that predict major world events have been remarkably fulfilled. Nostradamus foresaw that an enlightened one would be sent to be among humankind. The following is one of his prophetic quatrains. Long-awaited one will never return. He will appear in Asia, but be at home in Europe. One who is issued from great Hermes, and over all the kings of the East will he grow. Nostradamus predicted the religion of the name of the seas will be the victorious one. The French clairvoyant Saint Jean de Jerusalem, who lived during the Middle Ages and was a member of the Knights Templar Order, also offered amazing glimpses of the future. The accuracy of his prophecies is truly astounding. The good news is that he foretells in a book that in the third millennium, humanity will evolve spiritually and regain its true greatness, and humankind will learn to live together in peace. He also wrote, "For a woman will come and take hold of the scepter. She will be the mother of the millennium which comes after the millennium. The millennium which comes after the millennium will be transformed into a time of light, and there will be love and sharing and dreams. And these dreams will come true." Supreme Master CHINGHAI came to the island of Taiwan, also known as Formosa, that is located in an arm of the Western Pacific Ocean called the South China Sea. Later, she started to teach the Kuan Yin method so that people may uplift their speech, thought, and action through inner spiritual practice and gradually lead us to a peaceful, vegan world.
She grew up witnessing the turmoil of a humanity deeply longing for peace. It became her lifelong goal to end the suffering of the world through spiritual enlightenment.
Her search took her all the way into the remotest parts of the Himalayas. There, Supreme Master CHINGHAI found a living master, and after a period of diligent practice, she attained full enlightenment.
It was a rainy night in a remote town in Formosa, or Taiwan, in a tiny room behind a temple, where the ashes of the deceased were stored as part of the Buddhist tradition. A young practitioner was deep in meditation. Outside, the persistent typhoon was raging. Suddenly, a group of people knocked on the door. Still drenched from the rain, they earnestly explained to her that they had vivid visions in which Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, also known as the Goddess of Mercy, appeared to them and told them to find an enlightened master in this secluded place. It never occurred to the humble renunciate to be anyone's teacher, and she tried to turn the visitors away. But the seekers were sincere, and after their repeated requests, she compassionately acquiesced. She showed them an ancient meditation method that would bring them eternal liberation after they first purified themselves for a period with a vegetarian diet and noble demeanor. Thus, in the mid-1980s, began the life of a spiritual master fully devoted to the multitude. Supreme Master CHINGHAI has dedicated many years to imparting her spiritual wisdom to people in varied places in the world.
Within the span of 3 months in 1993, from March to June, her world tour consisted of 30 public lectures presented in different languages and on different continents, from the Far East to Australia, then to North America, Europe, and back to Asia.
In early 1998, a conflict developed in Kosovo. In response to an urgent appeal for her to come to Europe, Supreme Master CHINGHAI compassionately accepted and gave lectures in 18 European capitals, with the tour held during May and June of 1999.
Kosovo experienced a crisis that echoed all over Europe and the rest of the world. A group of Europeans earnestly requested Supreme Master CHINGHAI's presence in the continent in order to bring much-needed words of comfort and wisdom during this most difficult time.
Many in the audience asked about the cause of the Kosovo War and how to re-establish peace among people. Supreme Master CHINGHAI revealed that the ultimate way to lasting peace is through rekindling our own positive power within.
The more people know God, the more people can contact directly with God and become happier, then the more peaceful the world will be, the less war, and the more we can bring heaven onto earth. I'm hoping with this European tour to raise the consciousness of people, to help you to remember your higher self, your more noble being, so that the atmosphere will change, the energy will become more loving, more noble, more higher dimension. And that's my prayer for world peace.
At the end of the strenuous tour, Supreme Master CHINGHAI convened with our association members in the United Kingdom for a retreat to pray for peace in the world. On the last day of the retreat, it was joyfully announced that a peace agreement was made in the affected region. The sound of peace echoed in hearts around the world that day.
And later that year, she also gave public talks in the Middle East and Africa. Since then, she has also given more lectures and international seminars. The year 2000, marking a new millennium, was also commemorated with a moving international seminar in Thailand. Shortly afterward, Supreme Master CHINGHAI embarked on another round of lectures in the Ocean of Love tour through Oceania and Asia. There were 9 stops, starting in New Zealand, then to Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Nepal, and China, and on to the Philippines, Formosa, Japan, and Korea. Tens of thousands of people warmly welcomed the Master and her message of genuine joy and blessing. Through the tour, thousands of people began their practice of the Kuan Yin method. The tour finished in Korea, where an international retreat was held with Supreme Master CHINGHAI in the lush green Yangdong Mountain in mid-May 2000. Just 1 month before the historic Summit of Goodwill took place between the leaders of the 2 Koreas.
When our planet faces threats that could lead to global conflict, Supreme Master CHINGHAI brings calmness to our world. In 2013, there were serious concerns over the escalating tensions on the Korean Peninsula. During an April 14, 2013 teleconference with Supreme Master television staff, Master provided assurances that peace would prevail.
But don't worry, it won't happen. The North and the South people should not worry too much. They will try to talk and make peace. Maybe that's what we should do. Talk to each other, fairly, respectfully. And then everything will be done. Every peaceful plan will be done.
After Master's long and intensive meditation retreats, harmony bloomed. On the joyous day of April 27, 2018, noble Korean leaders His Excellency President Moon Jae-in and dear respected comrade Kim Jong-un signed the Panmunjom Declaration for Peace, Prosperity, and Unification of the Korean Peninsula, heralding in a new and exciting future for all Koreans.
Just Korea is the most striking phenomenon. and the Koreans really do fear each other with all the nuclear and all the missile, flying all over. Remember?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It was boiling hot, yeah? And then suddenly peace just like that. Therefore, it's a very
worthy for us to celebrate, yeah?
Yes, it
for
is.
the world to remember, huh? Okay.
Along with the uplifting of her spiritual level, Supreme Master continues to earn immeasurable spiritual merit points through her meditation. In 2014, Master contributed many of these points for peace in Ukraine and Syria.
On the 1st of May, I donate 500 million spiritual merit points for Ukraine peace. A few days after I donated, the Russian president said the troop moves out of the border, and the Russians seem softened and seem to be better.
Wow.
I'm not allowed to do more. They have they have to regulate their give and take, no?
Yes, Master.
I also donate 600 million spiritual merit points for Syria peace. It takes 3 weeks to improve the situation.
Yes, Master.
And they have to explain more to people the seriousness of the change that we're facing right now, the danger that we're facing, and the worst consequences if we don't do something, if we don't follow the vegetarian diet, and we don't cut out emission. They could also put high tax on meat, on ban it altogether, ban the killing of animals, and educate people into a brand new, exciting way of life. Yeah. Tell them to do some other job, give them some other new job to do, and explain to them, the benefit of a new life, which is full of health, full of virtue, and peace, love, and happiness. Everyone would look forward to that. At least they will try. And then once they try it, they know it works. And if everybody else trying it, their neighbor trying it, their friends trying it, then there is a supporting energy, and the whole world will change. I can't wait to see that day when we all enjoy love, contentment, and enlightenment, and live in peace.
Supreme Master CHINGHAI has also called upon the heads of the world's faiths to lead the way in addressing planetary warming through promoting the benevolent vegan diet.
Religious leaders can give voice and strive to be a living example of the noble teachings according to their original founders, such as Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, Buddha, Guru Nanak, etc., etc., who espoused the compassionate vegetarian lifestyle. The scriptures from the teachings of these sages all emphasize the need to care for one another and be good stewards of our earth. To be veg is living in accordance with our true religious beliefs. Foregoing meat and adopting the plant-based lifestyle means we put the principle of compassion into action.
At an August 31st, 2008 international gathering with our association members in France, Master explained the significance of reaching a certain number of vegans in the global population in terms of saving our planet.
So it depends on how many people are vegetarian, and they form a mass energy, like they call it critical mass. When it reaches critical mass, the effect is strong, and it will spread out in other corners of the world.
During a 2009 climate change conference held in Jalapa, Mexico, Master talked about the similarity between the global warming encountered on Mars and the current situation on Earth. Before we reach the climate change tipping point, we must constantly strive to spread the message. The answer to the crisis is to be vegan.
The global warming on Mars was similar to ours right now. It came to the point of no return. We still have not reached the point of no return. We are near there. We are almost at the point of no return. But planet Mars at that time, 40 million years ago, has reached the point of no return. It did begin with the gases from the livestock industry, animal rising, which then trigger other gases from the ocean and permafrost. Although the people there were warned, they did not think it would happen. They did not also know about the vegetarian solution. They also thought that it will not happen so fast. Yes, that is why we continuously try right now to spread the solution message, vegetarian diet. It offers physical power to stop the global warming because it has a moral power. It has a scientific power, like attract like. We have to respect life, and then we will beget life. The solution is so simple. Be veg and go green.
In a November 8, 2009 climate change conference held in Washington, D.C., USA, Supreme Master CHINGHAI proposed that we all should work together to save our planet and that prayer and creating a compassionate atmosphere will help us to achieve our goal.
We really do need all the help from the government, from the media to accelerate the trend. Another good way to quicken our movement to a sustainable planet is to generate more positive energy, do good deeds, and be loving and kind. Expand our loving quality. This is what will create a shield, invincible, to protect us and the planet. Finally, we can pray that divine power manifests on earth to awaken leaders, media, the influential people, and all the world citizens to take the right steps to preserve our planet. If we can do these things, starting with being veg, we would realize not just a sustainable planet, but a real paradise of peace in our lifetime.
In 2010, Supreme Master CHINGHAI was invited to participate in the COP16 Climate Change Summit in Cancun, Mexico, and spoke with many Mexican media members during the event. In her interview with Mexican television channel Encadena TV, Master explained we must return to the righteous path to avoid the devastating consequences of eating meat.
It's the law of the universe that if we kill or if we harm something, we have to share our spiritual merit with that. So how many animals we eat, we share all our spiritual bank account with that animals, and then we are depleted. We get poorer and poorer spiritually, poorer. And if you don't have spiritual merit enough, then you have to pay with your health, your luck, or your family member peace. And then larger, we pay with peace in the world. We have to pay the price for having no peace.
During an interview with Mexico's Televisa TV, Master advocated that nations convert to vegan organic farming to avert the frequent and severe famines experienced in some regions due to global warming.
If I were in the United Nations, I would advise all the countries immediately start organic vegan. And all the subsidies that they use for the meat industry, extra money that the government gives, just give them to turn it to vegan, organic. It's cheaper and healthier for everybody and healthier for the planet.
Out of her deep concern for all beings on Earth, on December 12, 2015, Supreme Master CHINGHAI sent a letter to world leaders participating in COP21, stating the urgent need to implement vegan laws.
Respected COP21 world leaders Paris, my special salute and best wishes to all of your distinguished, honoured ladies and gentlemen who have gathered in Paris for the protection of our world. This is just a reminder that just paying money alone cannot save lives, but being vegan does. A lot of evidence and information about this for you to consider are in the book From Crisis to Peace, free online at crisis2peace.org. Countless lives in the present and future, including yours and your children's future, children of your children's, are in your hands. Save them by voting for and implementing vegan law to stabilize the climate. Otherwise, lives on Earth will perish and we will be committing a graver offense than all the acts of killing and wars combined. With all love in God, yours most sincerely, Supreme Master CHINGHAI.
All of Supreme Master CHINGHAI's endeavors, visible and invisible, for resolving the climate crisis have been bearing fruit. A 2018 article published in Forbes magazine quoted statistics from a report by leading data and analytics company Global Data that stated, a full 70% of the world population reportedly is either reducing meat consumption or leaving meat off the table altogether. A Mayan prophecy proclaims that when the Mayan calendar reaches the end of its 5,126-year cycle, the Earth and humanity will encounter global catastrophic changes. The period most recently ended on December 21st, 2012. There was much fear and speculation among people that our planet might be destroyed when this date arrived. On April 7, 2012, at an international gathering with association members in France, Supreme Master CHINGHAI said that the life of the Earth had been prolonged to a degree, and most of humanity had experienced a spiritual elevation.
Actually, this time I just came to tell you that the planet's lifespan has been expanded, you know? Most of the world population has been uplifted. Though they still live here, but the level is higher, you know, a third level at least.
On December 22, 2012, in a video conference with Supreme Master television staff, Supreme Master CHINGHAI stated that the Earth could last for millions of years. She revealed that due to the grace of heaven and Master's deep meditation, the life of the Earth had been immensely extended.
Thanks heaven and thanks God for all this merciful decree. Even though I put in effort, but the people has been praying as well. Other beings on this planet, not just humans, have been praying and putting in effort, small or big. And heaven has been merciful as well.
Through long periods of intensive meditation, Supreme Master CHINGHAI discovered many secrets of the Earth and the universe. Step by step, Master gradually found places on our planet where enormous blessing power can be accessed when meditating. She also became aware that some of these sites had been severely damaged and were in urgent need of restoration. As she ascended higher and higher during her deep meditation retreats, she compassionately brought down boundless spiritual power from the higher realms to help repair and uplift our world and the universe, including bringing immeasurable peace, love, and grace to our planet and the cosmos. In an October 3, 2010 video conference with Supreme Master Television staff in Los Angeles, California, USA, Master talked about the importance of spiritual blessing lines, SBLs, to our planet, and how she tried to find, strengthen, and extend them.
The spiritual blessing line, we used to have tons of them, and they're all connected, you know? Then the planets will be more in peace. But if all the broken like this now, some of them only a few kilometers, some of them only a few meters left, and thin as my little finger. Some only reduced to a point. We need at least 500 spiritual blessing lines to be all completed, connected, two ends connected. Then we'll be safer. Okay? Be safe from disaster, from sun flare or some whatever phenomenon that might attack us. Yeah?
Yes, Master.
Or some supernatural disaster. I was trying to lengthen some by meditating intensively in some of the spiritual blessing lines.
The following year, during a video conference with Supreme Master TV staff held in July 2011, Master revealed the status of our planet's spiritual blessing lines and explained she had used a lot of her spiritual power to repair many of them.
Yes, now we have 800 whole, being revived and fixed and all. But we don't have new one created. The human race and beings on this planet don't have enough merit to create any new one just yet. But we have 800 whole and healthy, okay? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Nevertheless, we need minimum 1,500 complete SBL in order to help the world survive in a reasonable shape and minimum danger. 1,500 minimum.
During the same video conference, Supreme Master Qinghai talked about heaven portals that connect us to the higher worlds, and which nations have them. Different portals lead to different levels.
These are the places and numbers that we have of portal to heavens in this world.
Wow.
Yes, because there are different category of heavens, different category of people who go different section of heavens or different kind of heavens. Therefore, we have 916. Like lower is to the second level, yes, yes. Or high astral level, yes. And the higher is to the fifth, yeah.
Wow.
But it's connecting, you know, there's connecting road as well. And there are also special connecting flight to higher world above the fifth as well for a special few.
Wow.
Special few only, yeah? If they came from above the fifth, then they go to above the fifth again. But they take different connection after that.
In a video conference with Supreme Master Television staff in December 2012, Master disclosed the secret of the Divine Connection Lines, DCL, through which our world is connected to all heavenly realms.
There is a thing called Divine Connection Line. There is more of thousand, millions, billion, trillion, zillions times more powerful than heaven gates, heaven ways, and spiritual blessing lines and spiritual blessing portals. But the divine connection line has a different level. For example, divine connection line from the third level, the fourth level, the fifth level. So it depends on which connection line to which spiritual level the power, our world, is connected with all heaven's world through this spiritual connection line. And if you happen to find this spiritual connection line and sit in it, then you will earn thousandfold, zillionfold more spiritual merit point very fast. All in the universe are connected by these divine connection lines. From the low earthly realm to the highest heavens. It's a wonder network. It's an incredible, intricate pattern of network. It's just so wonderful to know about it. I'm very happy.
Master later found many other higher realms above the divine connection line, inconceivably powerful and beyond imagination. Master graciously revealed these spiritual levels.
I discover more and more all the time. The more I meditate, the more. I thought DCL was the top. Every time I arrive in some high spiritual plane, I thought that's it, it's the end, but it's not. Above DCL, we have direct ascending way. Okay? But it's way, much more powerful than a DCL, okay?
Wow.
And then I thought that's it, fantastic. Direct ascending way. What else can it be? How else? How more else? And then after I finished passing all that, there are more coming. So it's a cosmic, extreme ascending. What's the next one? Sometimes I keep sitting and I thought it's the same cosmic ascending, but I'm told it's not. You're in a different dimension and different way now, different name, yeah?
Wow.
And it's always thousand or zillion or billion stronger all the time.
Wow.
I noted down that CU means cosmic ultima.
Ultima. Wow.
Cosmic ultima. Faster, better, stronger all the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And there's a next one. It's not CU anymore, but it is UCS. U means universal, C creating, S is source. Okay, that's it. Universal creating source. When you're in there, if you're strong enough and you get to that position, you can create things. You can change things.